This is Insta360's go-to camera. This is also the tiniest camera that I've ever used. Like, it's so tiny. The size does increase a little bit when you pair it with the charging case. So this doubles as a charging case as well as a stand. So it has these little stands right here that you can use for mounting it or just placing it on a table, you know, for like vlogging situations, vlogging scenarios. Honestly, the stand is not the best. It doesn't feel like the best. It's got it's made out of plastic. I brought this with me on a trip to California. So I just got back about a week or two ago. So I've had this for about 3 weeks now. So I've been testing it out, you know, trying to see how well I can, you know, integrate it into my day-to-day activities. So I make a lot of videos using the camera, using the iPhone. So I was sent this copy for review. I wasn't paid for this review, but like I said, this is a free copy sent to me by Insta360 to try out and, you know, give my review on it. So I will be talking about all that I experienced using this camera. When you buy one of these cameras, they usually come with a bunch of mount accessories. You might not get every single piece, but you can, you know, usually add on or buy extra pieces, different, you know, extra pieces that you might need. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my experience, you know, traveling with this little camera. It's not all love and it's not all hate. So there's reasons why I love it and there's reasons why this camera could be better, because honestly this camera could be so much more. The potential that this camera has is unreal, you know, especially based on the size, the versatility. That's huge nowadays. So I decided to bring out the camera during one of the days out there while I was visiting California. So I brought it to Joshua Tree National Park. I wanted to really see how it looked out on a sunny and beautiful day. This is actually a really beautiful view. Oh God. Okay, so this is what I see right here. A whole bunch of mountains behind me. Just beautiful out here in California. The sun's nice. Right now I'm shooting with the charging case and the Insta360 GO 2 without any accessories. And this is how it looks. So after shooting with just the camera and the charging case, I decided it was time to test out some accessories. So I brought out the selfie stick. The selfie stick is 120 centimeters long when extended all the way out. The thing about the selfie stick is that it can be invisible, but it's not invisible when used with the GO 2, only with 360 cameras from Insta360, and the GO 2 is not a 360 camera. So it gives a lot of new angles, a lot of new perspective from, you know, which you can shoot from, which I really love, to be honest with you. It's honestly one of my favorite accessories to use with the camera. It's so easy to set up with the camera. All you have to do is screw it to the bottom of the charging case. This accessory alone can really make this a very good vlogging camera. So I shoot all of my videos in 4K quality, so having to shoot in 2K quality, which is the max that this camera can go to, was a little bit of a letdown. Towards the middle part of the day, we approached Skull Rock. So this place is called Skull Rock because there's an actual rock that, you know, looks like a skull. So it's pretty cool. But I decided to test out another accessory at this point. This was the hat accessory. So it attaches to your hat. If you have, you know, one of those hats with like a straight flap at the front, all you have to do is clip it on there and you're good to go. You throw your hat on and you walk around. Around this point, I didn't expect the battery to be dead, but it was. So this part I didn't really enjoy or really like at all. So I couldn't really get any footage at all of Skull Rock, which I wanted to get, you know, so I had to actually charge it. So I brought a power bank with me that I used to charge it. It took a little while to charge to get it to full power, but as soon as it was back again, I decided to try out another accessory because we were running out of time. The day was coming to an end, so I decided to try out the pendant. So it's a pendant that's magnetic and the camera just sticks to it. So all you have to do is place it beneath your shirt, so not in front, behind your shirt, and then you just place the camera on. It just sticks on magnetically. I thought it wouldn't, you know, work properly, so I decided to give it an actual try by, you know, walking around and trying some other things with it. So I wanted to see how stable the flow state stabilization within the camera is, and this was a perfect way to test that out. Attaching it to a pendant that's attached to my chest. There's going to be a lot of motion with that. I thought the flow state stabilization was pretty good. This was another plus, Besides things like the battery being a bummer, I really loved this part right here. I think for an action camera, this actually passes the stabilization test. So I actually, try to run around a little bit more, to kind of create more motion. And this was supposed to give me a picture of what it would look like while playing intense sports like, say, basketball. All right, it's time to test this out and see what it feels like underwater. So it's supposed to be waterproof, at least up to 13 feet under. So let's test that out. Going in the pool. I didn't realize until it was too late that you're not supposed to go under with the charging case on as well. So only the little camera can be brought underwater. So that was really annoying right there, because the charging case would not come on after that. And then at this point we were trying to fundle and try to see how we could bring it back to life, but the camera was still recording, but we didn't even know that because it wasn't connecting. So it says in fine print on the charging case that the charge case is not waterproof and to not go underwater with it. So I didn't know, like I said, but thanks to Insta360, they sent out a replacement charging case, which is really, really nice of them, and I really appreciate that. So I got back to testing out my camera once I got back from my trip. Insta360 has an app that you can download, and this is how you can interface with the camera while on the go. Connecting the camera to the phone app can be annoying sometimes. It takes a little bit of time, and you'll notice right here, first thing you have to do is kind of just connect the charging case to the camera, and then you connect the camera to your phone via Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. So it goes through this little process. The whole process takes about 2 minutes, which I consider to be too long, since that can be the difference between capturing important and key moments. The camera itself has only one button, which isn't really visible, so you just have to push on it, and kind of just wait for vibrations to know what it means, which I don't think is very effective, at least not in my opinion. The charging case, on the other hand, when connected to the camera, gives you access to an LED screen and has 2 buttons, which you can use to control the different options on the screen. So you can switch between different resolutions, 1440p, 1080p, or 720p, shooting vertically or shooting horizontally, going between the different video modes like HDR, regular video mode, and pro video mode. At least the single button on the camera doesn't have a set function, so you can go ahead and change the function for that button as a response to a single press or a double press using the Insta360 app. You can also use the app's AI to automatically edit your video. So it's called Flash Cut, and you can just create a story by selecting multiple clips and just kind of just putting them together and just hitting Flash Cut. And all it does is it gives you options: medium, long, or short video, and it creates something and even adds some music to it that you can work from. So you can edit that a little bit further, or you can stop from there. Another downfall of this camera is the fact that you can't really see a preview of what you're doing directly on the camera. Even if it was compressed, I would prefer to be able to see what I'm doing directly on the camera than having to use the phone. So you need the phone app, so you have to be connected to that. So you have to go through those 2 minutes of setup time every time, and it disconnects if you get a call or something like that, which is annoying. But that allows you to get a preview, which is a compressed version of the video you will see when it's actually exported. So it'll look like it's bad, but it's not that bad when you actually export it. In order for you to use the footage elsewhere, like say on your Instagram story, or to send it to a friend, you're going to have to export it out of the app into your phone. While exporting, you're presented with automatic and custom export settings. And with custom export settings, you can tweak the resolution as well as the bit rate, which I think is pretty cool right there in case you want to change anything after. I'll be honest with you guys, exporting from phone can be quite slow. So it takes about 2 minutes to export a 2 minutes pro video. Now, exporting using the wired connection to a PC or a Mac is a whole different story. You'll need the cable that was provided with the camera for this. So it's a USB-C to USB-A cable. And honestly, if you tried using a different cable with it, it just might not work. So I tried other cables with it and it didn't work. I had to use the exact cable that came with it. Something to note is that you can't just copy directly from the onboard storage on the camera. You're going to have like weird videos with like weird curved corners. It'll look like it was shot directly from the camera. So like a circle, which is not, useful or usable at all. So you have to export it using the app the Insta360 Studio app, which you can download directly from their website. It also gives you the ability to edit and do other kind of different things, you know, to your video that was shot using any of the Insta360 cameras, which is pretty cool right there. So you can tweak similar settings that you can on the Insta360 phone app. Things like the bit rate, things like the resolution. You can't switch the frame rate because that's, like I said, set at the time of shooting the video. But you know, you can export a lot quicker using the Studio app, which is just, you know, for desktop or for Mac. Exporting from a computer cuts that time down in half. So the amount of time that it will take you to do it on the phone is half the amount of time that it'll take you to do it on a computer. So I'll definitely be exporting using a computer any chance that I get. I'll be avoiding that phone export as much as possible, and I would advise doing that to anybody that has one of these or is looking to pick up one of these. So I would say there's, you know, a love and a hate relationship that I built over that time. I love the fact that it has potential. I love the fact that there's, you know, so many cool things and so many cool shots and angles you can get with this little camera, but there's things that I do not like about this camera. So things like the battery life, it's extremely short. You know, I've heard that it overheats, but I never even got to that point. So all these little drawbacks kind of take away from what makes this little camera great. Something else that can be added to this camera is a 4K mode. Everyone wants to shoot in 4K now, so having that on a camera like this, I'm telling you, will definitely be a huge upgrade. This camera could prove useful to the right person. So if you're somebody that does a lot of, you know, action sports and all these different things, or you don't shoot a lot and just need something for special situations, something with a lot of versatility, I think this camera will come in handy for you. So go ahead and check it out. I've included a link down in the description below. But that's everything I've got for you guys in this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will catch you guys in my next video. It's Tommy with Midas Tech. I'm out, y'all.